Hey guys, my name is Omni and I'm addicted to this game. This is Path of Exile 2 and here are 3 locations for you in case you found yourself getting stuck on maybe a specific boss or a specific zone. The first location is in Act 1, and if you want to know the exact location, it is right here. Tomb of the Consort. A lot of people get stuck on Draven, which is in the Mausoleum of the Praetor, but ideally, you wouldn't just stop here as soon as you get here. You're going to try to keep pushing all the way through as close to Ogham as you can get. Ogham Manor has your first act boss, which is a really nasty looking puppy dog, and he's challenging. So there's no shame in having to step back and kind of go grind up some gold. Maybe you want to do a respec, get some skill gems, do whatever you need to do. Come back here to the Tomb of the Consort. As you're outside of the tomb, hold down Control and left click, and this will allow you to create a new instance, resetting all the mobs, all the chests, and the boss. Now, why is this location specifically the first one that I recommend? Couple of reasons. One, very linear hallways, so it's really easy to kind of navigate. Here's the waypoint, go away from the waypoint. I always go left if I can go left, and then I straighten back out. Here's a rare already. Perfect, a socketed item right off the bat. Actually, I just did a mock-up run right before this run, so let me get rid of all this stuff real quick. This is kind of what you can expect from a single run as well. But instead, let's grab one random blue and this socketed gear. Now you're gonna have a little bit of a harder time killing these mobs, but even with that being said, oh look, here's the boss. Let's kill the boss real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit more. See how fast that was? Yeah. So the boss is always going to spawn right here. So if you have damage that you can kind of like front load, go ahead and just drop it all on the ground right here. And then with this boss in particular, you kind of want to stay close to her. Now, if you don't know, look at that. Nice blues, more socketed gear. Socketed gear is always really nice. Let's pop out of here. You take the portal out and then hold Control, left click, new instance, as easy as that. It's a nice little loop. But if you don't know, with this game, they've kind of balanced bosses to be a little bit more difficult or do different move sets depending on how far away the player is from the boss. So if you're having a hard time on your current boss, go ahead and just take a step back, farm here for a little bit, and maybe even try, like if you're on a ranged character, this might sound crazy, but try to face tank it. I know that's counterintuitive, it sounds strange. Trust me, it works a lot. I got stuck on bosses multiple times. I was like, oh, I'm a ranger, I need to be back, I need to be shooting him from a distance, that's my jam. And no, turns out the fight is 10 times easier if you just get right up in their face. So that was a big dead end here. I think it's probably that way, but I'm gonna backtrack to here because again, I like to go left away from the waypoint. And yeah, if I can go left, I go left. Nope, this looks right. Perfect. Yep, straight, checkpoint, yep. So you'll learn, it's pretty much diagonal to the top left, most of the time. But yeah, basically, TLDR, stand close to the boss. She's pretty easy. She doesn't do all of her rippy, crazy, arena-wide stuff. Just stand on her toes. And kill her. She'll eventually fall. Maybe it takes you a minute or two. And that's okay. So, we got a full inventory of stuff, plus some, and we got 2 socketed things. So what we can do, we can go back to town real quick, and let's see how much gold we're gonna end up getting. Tip number 2, we go to the hooded one, and he'll just identify all your stuff for free. So that's 8 scrolls of identifies and 16 clicks that we didn't have to mess with. Then we can talk to this guy. This is pretty solid for a level, 10 thing. Maybe we throw an augment on that in a second. That's a socketed, so don't sell that. That's actually super important. These are valuable. That we can sell, so 32, 37. I like rarity, but that's pretty low. 35, 18. Yeah, life. Why not? Life and dex on armor. Yeah. These are usable, and these sockets are very valuable. Not so much on that. So what we can do, go ahead and aug that. Not the coolest thing in the world. And maybe, bam. maybe, you know, that's enough for you. Maybe you're on a mercenary and you got 65 armor, 53 evasion, a little bit of life, a little bit of dex. That's pretty cool. Okay, so why are the sockets great? You might not know this. There's a salvage bench here. If you don't have this unlocked, it's because you didn't do a specific quest yet. That quest is right here, Rinley's Workshop. Do this in Ogham Village. You just basically find a burning down little shack. You go inside and there's like a little bit of, there's a little pouch or a little quest item or something, and you return it to Rinley and boom. Now you can salvage things. So when you salvage an item with a socket on it, you get an Artificer's Shard. Now 10 of these turn into an Artificer Orb. An Artificer Orb, I know, I'm saying that word a lot and I'm probably butchering it. Let's waste currency for the sake of the video. We'll add a socket to your gear. So let's say we really like this armor, but we could use a little bit of cold resistance. Well, it turns out we dropped one of these, a glacial rune. So we can place one of these runes inside of our armor. Now we have an armor that gives life, some pretty good armor and evasion, a little bit of dex, and some cold resistance. This should actually genuinely, non-ironically, be good enough to get you through Act 1. Pretty solid piece of gear. The helm, yeah, we bricked this, but you could always throw a regal on it. And 9 intelligence, it's not that much better. Whatever. We just wasted currency on it. It is what it is. Currency, don't be afraid to use it. You get so much of it. You're getting gold, you're getting XP, you're getting currency drops and gear. This is a really, really solid place to level up and farm. Moving on to the second zone. Okay, the second location is the Lost City. No, it's not. It's Keth, but we come to the Lost City. Now why? Because Keth is here. The Lost City is here. If we come to the Lost City waypoint, it kicks us out right here. Now look for the stairs leading up. We're gonna go that direction, and this takes us to Keth. Now, why wouldn't we just go straight to Keth? Well, it's kind of interesting, and it's not confirmed, but I'm pretty confident this is the case. It feels like a lot of the instances are loaded heavy towards the end of the instance in regards of chests, loots, drops, mobs like magic mobs, rares, and stuff like that. Just feels that way for me, and we can kind of, in Keth specifically, I've noticed, is almost a static little bit of a thing here. All right, so this is what I was talking about. We just came from the Lost City into Keth backwards into, this is basically technically the end of Keth. Now we're always gonna have this section here, and we're gonna walk through. Now again, it's just a nice little like circle. It's a loop. So we're looking for stairs with a checkpoint next to it, but we'll get there when we get there. Here's our little loop. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna do counterclockwise. The mob density is actually pretty good here. You don't have to stop and fight each pack. You can let them chase you for a little while and group up a couple packs if your build's strong enough to do that kind of stuff. But we're gonna, look at that. Nice, a 2-socketed piece of gear there. That's 2 Artificer Shards. Or potentially, you know, you could even just throw some currency on that. That's a good base. It's a good evasion base. Look, another socketed piece of gear. Now this is really lucky. You're not gonna have this same outcome here. This is a little bit suspicious. It makes it look like I didn't. Okay, so here's the stairs and the checkpoint. And we guarantee ourselves a rare chest and a blue pack. So the blue pack's gonna give you good XP. The rare chest usually gives you some decent loot and some gold there. Sometimes you get up to like 300 gold in just that single instance, just from the floor gold. And then boom, look at that. We're going right back to our little area here. So nice little circle, a bunch of magic packs, some rare packs, good loot, good mob density. And again, if you hold control and left click, you can make a new instance. So we can run this one more time. Yeah, the mob density, the mobs are easy in here. There's no crazy shotgunny. There's a blue pack, boom, uncut skill gem. Very nice. All this floor gold. That was 100 gold right there, just on the chilling on the floor after that one blue pack. Yeah, 2 more blues on the ground. Those sell for decent money. That is a ring. You get some pretty good stuff here. There's a rare, some more gold, another rare, superior stuff. So it's similar to socketed stuff, you can break that down and you can get some blacksmith or some whetstones, and you can make your stuff superior, bring up the quality, give it more defense, make it do more damage, etc. All right, so here, perfect. We didn't get a we didn't get stairs with a checkpoint. It's gonna be right here on the map. It's always in this top left little corner here. Nope, I lied. Straight to your faces. It's gonna be right here. It's this building on this side. Yeah, cool. So checkpoint, stairs, magic pack is gonna spawn in the middle, always guaranteed, and we've got our rare chest. And like, nice, another socketed piece of gear. So 2 runs, we got really, really lucky. We basically got half of an artificer stone, which is really cool. We could potentially even use this armor with like high quality, but let's go back to town real quick and see overall what we got. All right, so same concept. We're gonna talk to the hooded one and identify the items for free. The salvage bench. We could try to craft these real quick if you really wanted to. There's no harm in it. Maybe we get movement speed or something. So let's go ahead and slap a transmute into all of these things. Now, if you hold down shift while you right click in currency, you can repeat the currency usage on everything. So what do we get? We got life on the armor. Okay, it's pretty good. Cold resistance. All right, why not? I got a regal. Bam. Lightning resistance. Okay, cool. Bam. Okay, the high is over. But this is still really, really good. Life, dual res this early with 2 sockets, and you know what we could do with those sockets. So we got lightning, a little bit of cold res. Well, maybe we want a little bit of fire res on there. Maybe we want maybe we want a little bit more cold res on there. Who knows? So look at this armor. We found this pretty quickly. Now we did get lucky, and RNG is RNG, but still the concept remains. This is possible to obtain from this method. So that's really cool. Let's make it even better. Look, we can salvage this, bam, and we just got 4 armor scraps. So hold down shift and we can repeat use. We're going from 83 evasion to 94 evasion. Not a whole lot, but it adds up. So look what we just got. Pretty solid. The boots, they got, maybe I'll give them one more chance to hit movement speed. We hit movement speed. Life or resistance? Life. It's that easy, guys. Movement speed, life, and we got a socket, so we can just throw in lightning resistance. Boom. Now these boots are really, really solid, especially for level 16. So yeah, we just got our chest for all of Act 2. This chest will be great, and for all of Act 2, these boots will be great. So 70 gold. Maybe that's good for you, but for me, it's just 260 gold. 180 gold, 130 gold. You can see how that could kind of add up pretty quickly, and maybe you can afford a couple of respec points now. The third and final location is the Dreadnaught. Now, it's the same concept as the second location. We're coming to the zone after the actual location that we want to farm, so we can end up at the end of the actual location. Okay. This is technically the zone after where we want to farm. So we want to come into the end of the actual Dreadnaught instance. So hold down control, left click, make a new instance. Whenever we come in here, this is pretty awesome. There's going to be guaranteed 2 blue packs. Now that's really, really good XP. We're going to get some good items, some good gold drops, and all of that. But there's also a chance that it spawns an essence event, which is just an extra guaranteed yellow mob, good loot, and a couple of essences that you can use to craft potentially your gear. There's also one more nice little feature that this one has that the other 2 don't. So instantly, we got a colossal mana flask. That's, currently, that's perfect. Perfectly did it for the video. Thank you, game. So here's the second, and nice. Okay. Again, it's probably not going to happen for you, but that's pretty cool that it just happened for me. Okay, here's the essence. Boom, kill him. Some more loot, an essence, like we said. It just works out perfectly sometimes. Now here's the difference. You can press escape, respawn at checkpoint, and you don't have that really long loading screen. You don't have to, run all the way back to reload the instance. Boom. Here's our first blue pack, and here's our second blue pack. get our gold, get our blue, respawn at checkpoint. We'll do it one more time. Now, the essence, I'm not sure will respawn ever if you're just resetting the at checkpoint, because it is an event that's happening. So in order to get it to respawn each time, if that's what you're trying to farm, you'll have to run out, go back to the Dreadnaught with control click, and make a new instance. And in here, there is a chance that the essence will respawn again. It didn't this time, but if you want to take that extra time to go all the way out and come back in with the making of a new instance, that's how you can reset the chance that an essence event will spawn. It's a little bit slower, but it's not too bad. All right, this is the third and final zone for you guys. Again, we would salvage this. This is 2 artificer stone or fragments, shards, whatever, and yeah, we could start socketing our gear. We could start putting, we could start putting some stuff together here. Pretty decent gold as well overall, and the XP is the main thing that we're wanting from this location. And it's right before the final boss, so skill gems that do end up dropping inevitably are going to be on level where the game kind of thinks that you should be in terms of power. And yeah, overall, I think this is a phenomenal location to just kind of turn your brain off and farm. One more little tip here on the bridge. Let's do it real quick. Respawn at checkpoint. Now, I understand I'm being realistic. You're not going to one-shot all these packs. So what I was doing whenever I was actually doing it, I would try to roll past this first pack, get both of the blue packs together, and then kill them while they were bunched up, just to kind of save some time. It was just faster overall this way. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. If you like this kind of video, I have like 8 more that I'm about to push out. I've been playing the game a whole lot. I wanted to get more educated, more familiar with the game before I just started teaching everybody else. I think that I have a good enough concept, a good enough grasp on the game at this point to where I can start kind of giving a little bit of information and making some guides for you guys. So consider subscribing. We're close to 1,000. Christmas is right around the corner. That would be a huge, awesome thank you for me. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Be safe and have a good night.